All right, Pep Man Matt Mark, Hamlin Varsity here with Harding head coach Robert Cross, new head coach here at Harding. Coach, talk to me a little bit about yourself and your coaching background.
Well, I'm originally from Portsmouth, Virginia, 757 area, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Newport News.
Okay.
Started my coaching up in Portsmouth,
Okay.
Churchland High School. Started coaching with the JV team X amount of years ago. From there, I went on and I became an assistant at Norfolk State.
Okay.
So I coached at Norfolk State for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
From Norfolk State, went over through Tallwood High School, Southampton High School in the county.
Okay.
From then, I moved down here to
Okay.
the Charlotte region. And I actually worked out with a prep school and coached over there for a year.
Okay.
Coached over at Cupperson High School in Parkwood. So I've been all over the region
Sure.
as far as coaching regards. Coached a little bit at Johnson C. Smith, coached the defensive backs there.
Okay.
First year with Stephen Acock.
Oh, yeah.
And then I coached a year with Kermit Blunt.
Okay.
Then now I'm here.
Okay.
Here at Harding.
Excellent. So you got a lot of college and high school experience in the area, which is really good to have. Where do you get your coaching philosophy from?
Well, my coaching philosophy is more so of a personal coach to player oriented type deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my philosophy mainly is just three acronyms. WIN, win.
Okay.
And it just stands for wisdom, integrity, and no excuses.
I love that.
So,
Nice.
you know, I mainly tell my kids, you know, in order to be successful, one, you got to use wisdom, you know, on the field and off the field. You got to have integrity. You got to do the right thing when nobody's looking. I got to be able to depend on you. The coaches have to be able to depend on you when our eyes aren't on you.
Right.
You know, and then it's just no excuses. You know, don't make no excuses off the field. Don't make no excuses on the field. Let's just come and get it done. Move on and be successful.
Excellent, man. I used to have a saying, no excuses, just results. So I love that.
Absolutely.
What's the best game you've ever coached in?
Man, the best game I've ever coached in was when I was at Parkwood High School.
Okay.
And it was the 2013 year.
Mm-hmm.
And that 2A squad went to the state semifinals and we dropped it against Morrow. And at that time, Parkwood had never advanced into the playoffs since, I believe, 1986 or 87. So the way those guys came in as ranked as a number 16 seed, and then you knock off the number 1 seed. I believe it was Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Franklin High School, and we went up there in the mountains, and the guys just played their hearts out. And
awesome.
You know, we came back and went all the way to the third round, the semifinal round. And Coach Sowell did a good job with his guys over there at Monroe, and they knocked us off. But that was the most exciting year I've ever coached.
You know, we covered that game. I think y'all played at Hunter Huss, and we were at that game. And yeah, that was a very good team. You did a great job out there. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Team goals this year for the Harding Rams.
Our team goals, number one, you know, a lot of people ask me, you know, Coach, are you going to repeat? Is championships on the horizon? I tell them, you know what, our goals are daily. And all we want to do is just do the right thing every day. You know, we want to make sure that we're doing the right things every day. And as long as we're doing the right things every day, then good things are going to happen. Make good decisions. Show up. Go to class. Go to class on time. When you get out of class, let's get to practice. Let's get to practice on time. Let's have a good practice. Let's practice perfectly. When we're finished practicing, let's go home. Let's do the homework. Let's do those things over and over and over. By the time you get on the field, all you're doing is repeating what you've done throughout the week. So, you know, as you do that day by day, week by week, it's going to count. And it's going to add up and it's going to pay off, you know, at the end of the week. And so that's what we focus on. We have daily goals every day.
Excellent. And I'm glad that you mentioned it's more than football.
Absolutely.
Because that's what, you know, a good program is about. It's about making a difference in, you know, these young men's lives.
Yeah.
And that's a great answer.
Absolutely.
Some players we can look out for this year.
Obviously, Quavaris Crouch.
Yeah.
Number 1 player in the country. Number 1 athlete. He needs no...
we all know.
Yeah, he needs to know. We got Tristan Johnston, offensive lineman, 6'4", 245. Offensive, defensive end. Malik Faust, defensive back, 6'1", about 185. We have Chris Pope, middle linebacker, 5'10", 220. Tylen Dunlap, returning sophomore, 5'6", SEC offers, 6'1", 225. So, you know, we definitely have those guys that we need within the core, that family, to get us to that next level. I'm excited about them all.
Oh, yeah, I would be too.
Absolutely.
My last question, and you've been in the area. What's the best thing about coaching in Charlotte?
I think the competition, man. I mean, there really isn't, a sleeping week.
Oh no.
There's not a week that you can say, okay, we got these guys, we got those guys. We no need to train them. No. Every week we're hitting it full throttle.
Yes, sir.
And our schedule, I consider it kind of like the SEC of high school football. Because we're starting off at Huff.
Yeah.
They got some studs, they got some athletes there, and then we go into Garinger. Coach Caldwell's doing a good job with those guys.
Yes,
right after that, we got Coach Harris and the marvelous job he's doing over there with those young men and turning that program around at West Charlotte.
Yes,
we go down South Carolina to Gaffney, and then we got Mallard Creek, and then we got West Meck. So the competition is loaded, week in and week out, man. So our guys are focused in on that, and they know, what they have to do, in order to get the goals accomplished, and they understand that our opponents are very, very worthy opponents.
Oh yeah.
And so every week, we respect everybody we play, because any given Friday you can go down.
That's right. And that's a tough schedule, man. Yeah. And being the state champs, they'll put a target on your back. But I know you will have these guys ready. We like what we saw at practice today.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate it, man. It's great to get to know you. And we're gonna expect more big things in the future.
Absolutely, man.